feels different than the KLR650, the old gen, because it is. It feels like there's a lot more stuff up top. It actually feels heavier than the old one. Shifting is a little bit better. It feels more comfortable than the old gen. So I had a 2017, as you guys might know. This does feel like a much better bike. It doesn't feel as aggressive. I think there's something up with the handlebars. Could be all in my head. But engine wise, this is exactly the same as the old one. Shifting is smoother and not vague, but it's still like, it's not definitive when you shift from one gear to the other. It feels like you don't know exactly if it's gone in. You feel it a little, but it's super smooth. And I think what happens with these new Kawasaki's is that their transmission becomes very like mushy and vague. Right now, of course, it's brand new, so it's not going to have any of these issues. But very comfortable, very neutral bike. It does have a 21-inch front wheel, same as the Himalaya. Like, it's a hard case for building to buy the Himalaya if you don't, if you're looking for a adventure bike of this price range. Why would anybody buy the Himalaya other than having the name Royal Enfield Himalaya? For me, I am not brand oriented, so I find it very difficult to buy a questionable bike like the Royal Enfield when I can get something like this. Go. Whoa! They just popped that basketball. Oh man. They just popped the kid's basketball. Oh man, how did they pop that basketball? Yeah, that was kind of, I saw the basketball coming. Somebody must have hit it. He's doing some video. He's from Texas. Very easy to kind of do a track stand on this. Yeah, I do find this thing kind of comfortable. I think I have... everyone has this idea of the KLR650, but the fuel injection was the lack of fuel injection is the Achilles heel of the old gen KLR650. But look, Kawasaki is just being cheap at this point. When you're looking at it from here, it looks absolutely different. You step out, you look at this KLR650 from a distance, it just looks exactly like the old KLR650, and it makes me think that Kawasaki is probably the laziest of all the Japanese manufacturers for motorcycles. I don't think their motorcycles make money for them, and I think they're like, hey, we can extend the amount of profit we can keep doing on the KLR650. So why not? Let's extend it to 2019. It's diabolical. They make a lot of money on these bikes, but fuel injection is it should have been done 20 years ago, 10 years ago. It's kind of ridiculous that Kawasaki only brought fuel injection to the KLR in 2021. Just ridiculous. And the fact that they did not put a twin cylinder on this. Imagine a twin cylinder that's on the Versys on this. you know, keyless ignition, all of these things that people want. You know, all the KLR guys, they're always like, oh, let's keep it simple. Why can't you make a Yamaha Tenere 700 killer? That's the bike that everybody wants. There you had. Nobody really is interested in single cylinders these days. At least not that I've seen. I think the KLR guys are the cheapest kind of guys, so they might be okay. You know, it is nice to have the fairing this wide because it does protect you from the elements a little bit better. It's kind of like the Super Tenere. Flaring out the plastic, it's going to help you be protected for a real adventure. You know, wind protection is very important in an ADV bike, and when you look at the Royal Enfield, it's like nothing. You have to go very slow. But this one is a slow bike too. It's just got a little bit more kick, but it feels like KLR650. That's the problem. It feels like a KLR650. All right, first gear. 3, 4, 5. No six gear. The ADV market is so saturated now at this point. You know, the middleweights are becoming more popular than the open class ADV bikes. But when you compare some of the choices, like the Royal Enfield 500, and then you compare it to this is a much better buy. For like $1,000 to $1,500, you get this. This is a much more competent bike than the Royal Enfield. It's proven. It's just as simple. It's got fuel injection. It's got 5 speeds. And of course, it's got much better wind protection. So, the only thing is that everybody's got a KLR650. Everybody has had the KLR650. So, unless you really want to say to people that you want a Royal Enfield, I don't see actually wanting the Enfield over this. But then again, here's the thing. Why would you get this KLR650 over the Yamaha 700 Tenere? There's no point other than money. The Tenere 700 is much better than this. It is fun. It's got the 21-inch front wheel that the Royal and this have. It's fuel injection. It looks better. Yamaha is a much better manufacturer, much more proven than Kawasaki, and definitely much more proven than Royal Enfield. So it's really just a money game. But the Tenere 700, you cannot get that thing.